Well, what a situation we find ourselves in, then. What a pickle we're in fact. This time last year, I was sitting right over there in the public gallery, just about where the ubiquitous Mr. Lowe is sitting now, facing this way. And I didn't really understand what was going on then. And funnily enough, I'm now sitting on the other side of the chamber looking pretty much at the same people, and I'm not sure I'm much clearer this time.
Can we have order in the chamber, please?
Well, there's been a lot of toing and froing this evening, and that's quite normal to those who are watching on the webcam. That's quite normal at full council for those who've watched for the first time and quite possibly for the last time. But tonight is actually a very serious full council, and I just really quickly want to speak to those, not so much my councillor colleagues, but I just want to speak to those who might be watching, those who are reporting, those who are going to write up what's happened tonight and read about it tomorrow. Because as a new councillor, this is not an easy situation to come into at all. There's a lot of very experienced councillors here, many of whom outside the chamber I very much respect and admire and appreciate. But this is really very serious, and this is quite a burden to carry for any number of people, no matter what colour they are in terms of politics. And I just want to say something about the decision-making process here. I almost envy my colleagues on the opposition parties, because their decision-making process is quite different to ours. It's a whip system. Now, that's an unfortunate expression, but there we are. We've inherited that historically. And that means at the end of the day, they do what the party says, they do what the National Party says, they follow their leader. I would add to that, I'm not making any judgments on individuals here. I can't possibly read your hearts and your minds, and I'm sure individually you've all thought about this, you've struggled, debated, wrestled with all the different issues that confront us in this really difficult time. I'm not making any judgments on you personally, only you can possibly know that, and as a Christian I would say only God can really know that. But in the end you have a system whereby you can choose to do exactly what those who lead your party says you should do. I've heard a lot of speeches tonight, I'm sure you meant them. Some of them have been more passionate than others, and I would say that a number of our Labour colleagues have very much meant what they've said, and I would suspect that some of you personally believe in those things that would contradict what you're about to vote for tonight. I really do think that, and I'm not really convinced that personally, if you really did follow your conscience, personally you'd really want to do what Councillor Mitchell would like you to do. I don't think so. But what I do want to say, I can only speak for myself, that in the last few months and weeks, and particularly these last few days, it has been really difficult to decide what to do, not just with the individual issues that we've been talking about the council tax freeze or to put council tax up. I have really, really struggled with it. And I know that on the whole, so have my colleagues here. We have been passionately trying to find what the right thing is to do in very difficult circumstances. And you know that central government has made it very difficult for us. It's been like making bricks without straw. And so I just want to say that however the voting goes tonight, there's for or against or there's abstain. But there's much more to it. Please see behind the votes. We really have battled with all of our thoughts, all of our desires. We've really wanted to find the best way. It's not perfect, but please, please, don't just take the votes as they come, but please read behind them. Please read the spirit behind them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Do I understand that is your maiden speech? Congratulations, if so.
Congratulations.